Hey guys, I'm in the greenhouse and I'm sitting in front of the Trichocereus hybrid SAARWELLEN by Rolf Autenried. Hybrid between Trichocereus pachanoi and Echinopsis calorubra. Very cool hybrid. Let's have a look. There it is. Very beautiful flower. But it's not fully open yet. Temperatures are a little bit low, so it might not open like at all completely. It has these wavy flowers. It looks very interesting. And yeah, probably one of the best columnar Trichocereus hybrids, like with Pachanoi, and it's such a simple cross, This is not. This does not involve like multi-hybrids and stuff. This is just botanical plant crossed with botanical plant. Echinopsis calorubra. I have one here. Let me show you. It looks something like this. This is, I think, Tora lapana, which is another form of the same species. These all belong to Echinopsis oprepanda, with a long tube, classic Echinopsis. Yeah, and these were formerly in Pseudolobivia, interesting plants. Alright, so yeah, here are two more flower buds. And this one might flower too, this areole, but this will be in a later flower flush, maybe towards the end of the season. This is the first flower flush of SAARWELLEN this year. And I also have another plant that's open right now. This one here. Yeah, I had a few plants that I bought under different names. Under like one of them was labeled Saarland, but it's probably SAARWELLEN. Like there are a few different sisters from this cross, and they look very similar, so you can confuse them easily. Yeah, and these are a little bit wavier. There you can see why it's called SAARWELLEN. The Saar is a river in Germany, like the home country of the breeder, and it translates to waves of the Saar. So yeah, because of the wavy flowers, very nice. I brought me something to sit on because I'm an elderly person. Yeah, and now we will collect pollen. It's possible that I do not have enough pollen bags, but I'll try it out. The way this looks, I'm pretty sure I will get 6 or 7 bags from it, at least. Maybe more. And since I have a few different plants flowering, I will almost certainly get enough pollen. This is the type of plant that I usually do not use as fodder unless it's a similar type of hybrid. Yeah, and I would definitely try pollinating these two with each other, like my two SAARWELLEN plants that I have, just to try and test my theory that like they are not sisters but the same clone. If they are the same clone, they will not be able. It will not be able to cross them successfully. So yeah, I will try that out. But not with this flower. This is the first flower, and it will get it will get Amun-Re. I just saw that a plant that I have here lost a flower bud, and I'm already angry. It's such a weird season. I don't even want to say it's a bad season, because I have so many plants that are flowering for the first time where I didn't think they would flower. But yeah, it's a weird season, definitely. Lot of problems this year. But don't complain. It's just, you just need to look for solutions, not problems. Okay. There's a little bit less pollen than I had hoped. So maybe 6 bags was a little bit over enthusiastic. Maybe 5 or something like that. What also complicates things is that I don't want to mess it up completely. I want to take photos of it later, and it's very difficult to collect pollen in a way that doesn't rough the flower up a little bit. It's just sometimes necessary. A flower is so delicate. One little wrong touch and it looks crumpled up. Right. Yeah, and this is the tip, the rooted tip of my large SAARWELLEN plant that I got from Heinz Bauer. And I bought this one on eBay. And it was like, this plant was listed. And I said, look, I need this plant for my book. It was the time when I made my hybrids book, and I said, I need this plant. What's your price? Something like that. And I paid like 125 or so for a pretty big plant, and it was worth it. I didn't want to go to, like, I don't know, I just wanted to have it at the time, so I paid a pretty good price, and I'm very happy that I got it, because since then I have a few more like cuts of the same plant. When I got it, it grew a little bit unstable. I always get confused what's the right word, unstable or instable, but I think it's unstable. So it, like, from the moment on where I got it, it fattened up, it got much thicker, and that led to it being a little bit shaky. And since this is a dangerous plant, this has heavy spines, it kept injuring me. So at some point I said, alright, this is enough. And it was during a day where we had super hot temperatures in the greenhouse. And when the greenhouse temperatures go too high, plants can lose their stability. It's just, I don't know what it is with the cells, but it definitely leads to them becoming like rubber. And it was a super hot day, and it had fallen over on another plant, and that's when I had enough. I said, alright, this thing needs to be cut back. And then I removed the tip, and this is the tip, and the base is also flowering now. So it was a good decision. I recommend not being afraid to cut plants back, even if they are great, because it's always good to have an emergency, like a reserve plant when something happens. We currently have such extreme climate problems that you never know what happens. Like, it's either getting too hot, or you have like, it's flooded, infections, fungal infections. We had incredible high temperatures with humidity, and yeah, sometimes you lose plants because of this. So it's always good to have a second one. Okay, so this plant did not give more pollen than 4 bags. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, but that's not a problem. And I will label this as SAARWELLEN number 1, so I know which one is the pollen donor. This is important for when I later cross this one with the other SAARWELLEN. Oh, by the way, I have another flower on the SAARWELLEN open. I will do this cross right now. That's great. Okay. Okay. Now I will do a pollination with it. I brought pollen of Amun-Re. If I didn't bring it, I forgot it, which would be not good. I think I forgot it. Well, I need to go into the house to get some pollen. I forgot it. Nice. Okay, I'm back and I brought some pollen. Oh, this main house here is too tight. I just need to build me a bigger greenhouse. But honestly, if I had a bigger greenhouse, there would just be more stuff standing around. It would be the same probably. So yeah, this is Amun-Re. And I will do the reverse cross when my Amun-Re, my other plant, starts flowering again. It's full of flower buds, and yeah, I definitely need that pollen. I'm waiting for those flowers to open. Okay, so now this one pollinated with Amun-Re. Let me put a tag on it. Okay. And now the other one will be pollinated with this one. Let's see if there's maybe a little bit pollen left. Yes, there's plenty of pollen left for the pollination. All right. It will be interesting to see if these two are the same or not. So yeah, this one was supposed to be SAARWELLEN when I bought it, and someone said it must be Saarland. because the flowers aren't so wavy. And then later the flowers were wavy. Like, flowers can differ from year to year. So I suspect that both are SAARWELLEN, and it's just a plant that is variable from year to year in regards to the flower shape and color. Yeah, and the other flower will be pollinated with Asterix. That's a father that I like to use for these hybrids. Somehow it works very often. I'm a fan of this hybrid because yeah, it's just probably the result of a multi-hybrid in itself. Like, Asterix, the parents are unknown, but I suspect that something like this must have been involved in it. Maybe crossed with the Lubivia, Lubivia winteriana, something like that. Sorry for the shaky cam, but this is a very difficult pollination to make because this thing is in the corner, surrounded by dangerous plants. You see this one, I don't want to touch it unless I have to. And this one too, this is Camargensis, super dangerous plant by itself. Like, there are very plants that are so painful than this one. Yeah, okay. So now let's do the other one. So the bag that I brought was somewhat empty. I mean, I brought a bag of Asterix, but there's just not much pollen in it. I don't want to do a pollination with this half-empty bag. So we will take SAARWELLEN instead. This looks good. This is the way it's supposed to look. Alright, so the pollination is done. Had to do it like without being on camera because I needed both hands. But yeah, so the right one was pollinated with the other SAARWELLEN plant, and the left one with SAARWELLEN. Very cool hybrid. Also involving Pachanoi, so maybe we will be lucky there. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. Yeah, channel has grown and grown and grown, and it makes me a little bit proud. Took very long, to be honest. I felt like it must be easier, but eventually all good things happen, or the way this saying is told. But yeah, eventually it worked, and I appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. Seeds, Trichocereus.net. Check out the remaining season pack from last year. That's a good one. I haven't heard I've heard so much praise from the pack that I sent out last month. And yeah, the person was super happy. Had a lot of space problems because there were so many seeds that it's difficult to grow them all. But yeah, get one of these season packs because they are really, really good. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Alright, Trichocereus.net for the seeds. Bye.